Hey guys, today I want to talk about down payment assistance. So if you're ready, let's go. So welcome to Most Definitely. I am your host, Stefan, and today I want to talk something about a little bit about housing, trying to get into housing, and most importantly, down payment assistance. One of the things that's really been irking me, and I know a lot of people in the States, and that is the difficulty and challenges in getting into a house. Now, this is one thing that has been eluding me for a long, long time, and it's so bothersome just because of the challenges and hurdles that you have to overcome. I myself have struggled with it just like a lot of people, and it seems to me that, man, no matter how high my income goes, something gets in the way, whether it be credit or whether it be the down payment or whether it be closing costs, there's always a factor in it. So just like in all my videos today, guys, I really want to share my progress and what I'm learning, and that way maybe it can help you along your way as well. So one of the things I do want to tackle is a huge point today, and that is just getting that down payment assistance. One thing I've learned is that you really just don't want to let having to come up with a down payment get in your way of purchasing a home. A home is a security. It's not only a luxury, but it's security, and it's a legacy for yourself and for your family. And it can be your greatest asset if you let it. Many times people allow the money to go to down payment to get in the way because they're trying to save and save and save. And a lot of times it just life happens and it's so difficult to save up what you think you need for a down payment. Today, I want to let you know that there's hope. You don't have to wait because there are a lot of programs out there to help you. First, I'd kind of like to get into the different types of programs and that you can get into for purchasing a home. There are a lot of different loan programs out there, and I just want to kind of bust through some of the terminology to kind of help first-time home buyers. Now, I myself am not a first-time home buyer, but I haven't purchased a home in years and years and years, and so I'm a little bit rusty. And I myself, just like a lot of other newbies out there, kind of feel like, man, it's so hard, and I just can't do it. Now that's what it seems like. I know I can do it, and I know many of you can do it. I've done it before. Matter of fact, not once, but twice. But each time the market keeps changing, and I kind of feel like a new person doing it all over again. So let's jump right into some of the terminologies and then some of the markets that are out there for purchasing a home, and then we'll get down to business as far as what you need for a down payment. The first type of loan out there for a home is called a 30-year fixed. What the 30-year fixed is, you have a very specific interest rate that is locked into the life of your loan for 30 years. That's the specified amount of time. That's the maximum amount of time for your loan. And with that, you're generally going to have a lower interest than you do with other types of home mortgages. The second type of loan is called a 15-year fixed loan. And what that is, you have half the amount of time. Your payments will probably be slightly higher, but your interest is locked in for the life of that 15-year term. Now, the next one that I would like to introduce to you, it is a little bit volatile, and it's called the adjustable rate mortgage, or the ARM. What that one is, your interest does change over the time of your loan. Generally speaking, it can go up or go down, but as life happens, it generally will go up. So that's the one that you really want to watch out for if you plan on getting it. I would suggest, and this is just from my personal experience, if you're going to get an ARM, then you may want to plan on refinancing about 5 years into it, just to avoid those higher prices in your payments. Now, the FHA is another one. That's usually it's a Federal Housing Association. That generally is a really good one for first-time home buyers. It offers a lower percentage rate over the course of your loan. And generally, you can have a lower credit score for that one, generally down to about 580. So don't let that get in your way if you're thinking, oh man, I can't buy a home because I need my credit score like a 700s, 800s, 900s. No, you can actually get into one for about the low, about 580, even as low as 500s that I've seen. However, the lower your score, just on a con note, then the higher interest rate is going to be. So if you're a first home time buyer, then an FHA generally is a good program to get into. And they have a lot of programs out there that'll help you out. One other thing I do want to mention, and this is like a little sneaky bugger, and that's the mortgage insurance premium, or MIP. With that, generally, if you have with the FHA loan, you will be allowed to put down something lower than the traditional 20%. It's been about 3.5%. It's going up to about 4% right now with the mortgage hikes. But with that one, um, when you do lower than 20%, you do have to pay for the mortgage insurance premium. And that's just the bank's way of saying, hey, I want to make sure that our assets are intact in case something happens and you're not able to make your payments, that their finances are secure. If you're a veteran, guess what? You get the VA loan. With that one, you generally just don't have to worry about down payment. They're taking care of that. There is a VA assistance with that. There is a fee involved with that some places, so you want to be careful. Um, but generally, they take all the legwork for you. So if you're a veteran, you get a lot of assistance there. So congrats and my hats off to veterans who serve the country. And I think it's a great program for you if you can get it. There's also something called a jumbo loan. So if you know that you can pay it off early, I suggest getting that one. Generally speaking, on a jumbo loan, you have to have a higher credit score. So it's usually in the 700 plus range. A higher down payment, generally higher than 10%. And there's a large payment at the end of it. So your payments generally kind of creep up a little bit over the years on your mortgages, and then there's a huge payment at the end. So just want to be careful about those. But if you don't expect to be in a loan in the house very long, and you expect to pay it off, from what I hear, I don't know, I've never used it, but from what I hear, then it may be the one for you. Now, one that I don't know very much about, honestly, and that would be the interest only mortgage. So it is exactly what it sounds like. So if you have a ton of assets and you can prove that you have a lot to back it, a lot of collateral, and also you're disciplined enough to be able to make those more than monthly payments, some very frequent payments, then maybe that's the way to go for you. If you don't plan on being in the house like very long, or for maybe if you're going to use it as something that will accumulate wealth for you later on as an investment, maybe that's the way to go. As a homeowner, as someone who's going to live in a home, I personally wouldn't want to get that loan. But if this is something you want to use for an investment, interest only loan may be the way to go. Don't forget, on that particular loan, you are not paying for the principal balance itself. And if you do not make those interest payments, your payment is only going to be inflated at the end. So that's that one. Now, one more thing I really want to tell you before I go any further, I want you to smash that like button. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm and helps me to be able to continue to make great videos like this. So if you like what you're hearing, please subscribe and like, and don't forget to share it. What I would like to talk about now is 4 different types of down payments that you can possibly get for your home. And then we'll get into the meat of the matter, and that is down payment assistance. So 4 different types of loans that you can get so far, or 4 different types of money or grants that you can get are these. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so for as far as down payment assistance, the first one is this, and that is grants. So what are grants? Grants are basically funds that are given to you by a lot of different sources. You can get it from the government, you can get it from private sources, but essentially it is money you do not have to pay back. So when you're out for money, you're out for any kind of down payment assistance or any kind of assistance towards your home, you want to go for the grant first. The second is a second type of mortgage, and that's exactly what it's called. It's called the second mortgage. It's another type of loan. It's a secondary loan that you get outside of your primary mortgage loan, and that you can use to kind of help pay off or pay down as your down payment. You can pay it down through the course of your loan until it's all paid off, and then continue to pay for your primary mortgage. So that's one type of loan that you can get to help you with some down payment aside from the regular grant. There is another type of second loan that you can get, and that is one that offers deferments. In other words, you do not have to repay it until you A, move, B, sell, or look on this third option. C is refinance your mortgage. So once one of those three happens, then that's when you would have to repay that loan. So if you want some down payment assistance, you don't want to have to pay it back right away, that may be a great way to go. There is another type of loan that you can get for down payments that is a really great option. And really, you don't have to pay it until towards the end of the loan. Sometimes it makes you pay it back within 5 years, but I've also read where there's some where you have to pay it back within 15 or 20 years. So that may be another great option as well. Now, this is a deferment, and actually, I was actually wrong. I was just thinking about it just for a second, and it kind of came to me under deferment. That one is, even though deferments generally you don't have to pay it off, those are generally forgiven after a certain amount of years. So I will stand corrected on that. So after about 5 years, generally those are forgiven, sometimes from 15 to 20 years. I don't know the requirements for those, but I was looking over my notes and I was just thinking, you know what? Yeah, you do have to pay that back, but uh, if you kind of go outside of that range, if you don't follow the requirements, but other than that, those are forgiven. So that would be a great type of loan. Go ahead and check into that, do some research, see if you can find out more about it. If you do find out more and you find out something that's different from the information I've been finding, go ahead and comment in the box and let me know, or email me. So guys, there's one more that I did research, and this is a website that has a lot of different sources for down payments and allows you to kind of search across a wide range or a wide variety of sources to help you find the down payment that's appropriate for you. That's the Down Payment Resource Assistance. And with that website, and I'm going to take just a second and just kind of pause the video real quick, and I'm going to look at that real quick, and that way I can tell you just the exact name of it, because I want you to be able to use that website to do a bit of research on your own. I started flipping through it a little while ago, and just to check it out. So let's pause. All right, guys, so I'm back. It's called downpaymentresource.com. So I'll put that in the link down below. And so just don't forget to go ahead and check that out. Now, I usually would go ahead and switch over and show you what I did in the stocks for today, but this is the weekend. And so therefore, markets are closed. And I already went over that just on the last video, so you know where I'm at. But don't forget, if you want to grow your wealth, consistent and long-term investing will help provide for not only you yourself, but also for your family as well. One that I would go ahead and recommend, and that is a really easy one, and that would be Acorns. Acorns link I'll put down below. They are not sponsoring me or paying me in any way, but I'll tell you what, if you go down and hit the link below, they will give you free money. Who doesn't like free money? You'll get $5 that they will invest for you just for hitting the link below. So go ahead and hit that link and go ahead and subscribe for Acorns. And it's really easy, low investments, really easy to do, nice, simplified way to begin investing, even for beginners. All right, so thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you coming on board. Again, my name is Stefan. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and just comment below. Tell me what you think, whether you like me, whether you don't like me. I like my videos. Tell me how I can improve. Tell me questions that you have. All right, until then, we'll see you next time. Okay, guys. It's caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the crossfire.